Welcome to the wonderful world of teaching. I'm Hannah. This is a space for new teachers or those thinking of becoming a teacher where they can grab encouragement, support, and some practical classroom tips. Today, I wanted to continue my series on how to make the most of your credential program and share the importance of gratitude. Think about your favorite Disney movie and how the main character in that story doesn't actually realize that there's magic going on until later. This is something that I recognize in teaching early on. I thought when I got my first teaching job, or even when I graduated from my credential program, that I'd have all the magic and everything would just be perfect and like a Disney movie. And it was so far from the truth. I graduated with my credential program and I didn't actually get my first teaching job for 2.5 years. So I spent that time substitute teaching and doing what I could to learn from those around me. What I also learned was to be grateful and to recognize that teaching really isn't something that's always going to fill your cup up each and every day, that you have to find that magic, that spark each day, because sometimes it's draining. Teaching can really take all of that extra effort out of you. And something else I've learned, especially working with little kids and having kids of my own, is that when you want to do something magical or amazing in your classroom and you spend all this time and you put it all together, don't do it for the, oh, this is so amazing, this is wonderful, and this is incredible. Don't do things for that, because you will always be disappointed. Kids they're not going to see all of that amazingness. Your co-teachers aren't going to see it, and your principal might not either. So all of the effort and time and things that you're doing, whether it's the incredible bulletin boards or the thematic lesson plans that you've been creating, or even just the little things that you're doing for your students, don't do it for the praise and don't do it for the kudos, because you're always going to be let down. And I do think that there's so much discontentment in teaching. Why a lot of teachers show up and are drained each day is because they're looking for those kudos. They're looking for those, hey, you're doing an amazing job. And while they are, nobody's there cheering you on. And that's kind of the other part. When you think about those, going back to the Disney movies, and you think about Tinkerbell and her sharing her fairy dust and helping the characters in that story fly and do something and go on this great big adventure, she's only able to do that because of belief, because somebody believes in her, right? She starts to fade away, whatever version, whether it's the clapping or just the belief. Somebody needs to be there to cheer you on and to give those kudos. And so if you're not in your own classroom, if you're not quite there yet, my challenge for you would be to start a system of gratitude. So that might be when you're observing a teacher to leave a nice note for them. It might be for somebody who's inspired you to become a teacher, just taking time to write a note. But it's in those moments when we are able to show gratitude to others, to recognize their greatness, that also feeds us. That also makes us feel like, hey, I took the time to share something great with someone. And again, they may never say thank you, and you don't even have to write your name on it. But doing something nice for someone else, there's something about that really does fill your cup. When you're having a servant's heart, a selflessness about what you're doing, there's not that giant hole that's trying to get filled by the applause or by the kudos or recognition. You're just doing it because you know it's the right thing to do and because those around you need it. So throughout my teaching, I've been one to always go above and beyond. I love the idea that Disney has created for kids. I mean, we recently took a trip to Disneyland, took my own children, and just that magic, just the extra effort that Disney does to make the experience special, that's something that I wanted to bring to my classroom. And I knew that all that extra effort that I was going to be bringing wasn't going to be something that was always recognized. It was something that I had to learn throughout my teaching career, that I'm doing it because it's fun, right? I can show up and I can have fun at work, or I can just do my job, and I chose to have fun at work. I did it because sometimes it's the right thing to do. It's important to encourage others around you. It's important to go above and beyond sometimes for that student that might need a little bit extra support. But throughout all of this, what I want you to take from it is, if you're looking to find the magic and create magic in your classroom, do that. But don't do it for the praise, and don't do it to be recognized, because that is going to be something that's always going to leave you feeling depleted, is that you're going above and beyond and you're looking for that recognition. And if you just do it out of a place of, hey, this is something that I want to do, this is something that I love, that's going to really fill your cup. That's going to keep you going. It's going to keep you motivated. So take a moment and think about someone that's encouraged you, inspired you to become a teacher, or the next classroom that you observe or substitute for. Take a thank you card with you, but make a note and take time to cultivate a practice of gratitude throughout your teaching career. It's really important, and it means so much to people. They're not always going to tell you, hey, that card that you sent me meant so much to me, or when you substitute and you leave a nice note, that they're going to recognize that. But it may lead to doors opening for you to have your first teaching job. It might lead to better relationships at the school that you're at. But if anything, it's just going to make you feel good about bringing gratitude, sprinkling a little magic, and shining bright for others. So I encourage you, leave a little sparkle emoji down below if you're interested in becoming a teacher, or share somebody that's inspired you. I'd love to hear about those, but also cheer you on, because like I've shared in this video, this isn't a career where you're always going to find the magic. We're always going to be thanked for the extra time and effort that you put in, but I want to do that for you. I want to encourage you to keep going and to not give up. Thanks so much, and I'll see you at the next one.